welcome wagon, I kind of thought, what are you doing? Go ahead, talk about your interest. She's probably like, there's some out there. He's like, somewhat aliens, obviously. He's like, oh yeah. So she had her eureka moment on the toilet. Like, what the heck, girl? She had another one, but she's on the toilet. I, oh my gosh. What? I I think that was our food that she just dropped on the floor. She was could be wrong, but anyway, we're going to sit here and see if he wins anything. And wish him the best of luck. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a beautifully sunny and blessed day. I am back with a Sims 4 Vanilla Let's Play Longplay video ready to kick off this Friday / the weekend. So I think you guys already know the drill. If you are gaming or just chilling, go ahead and settle in, get you some snacks, and I'm going to go over the itinerary for this episode. I am going to be introducing a brand new household to the Courtyard Lane neighborhood. The Willow Creek folks that we've kind of got a rotational gameplay going is going to be getting a new neighbor, and specifically we're going to be moving them into the Riverside Roost lot. I have had Sims 4 since 2020 and I have never played on this lot or put a sim in there. It's the awkward shaped house. But yeah, we're going to be doing some reno work there and getting the new household settled in with a career, the whole shebang. I'm really excited to use the new skin details that came in the update this week, and I really think that that's going to be such a game changer to folks who may not use custom content or maybe console players. I know for myself, when I didn't have access to custom content, this would have been so nice to have, but regardless, glad that we have it now. So we'll get to see that in this vanilla LP. After we get everyone settled, the new Sims settled on their lot, we'll check in with the Hernandez family, and specifically we're going to be playing with Arturo. In the last episode, he self-published his first book, and so I think we're going to get started on a second children's book for him and end off their day with Arturo and Mia doing like a daddy-daughter date night. I think that would be really fun. And then to end off the episode, I think we're going to check back in with our guy Rex, see how he is doing, and maybe do a club night with the League of Void Critters. So yeah, let's just get run on to some gameplay. Alright guys, we are in cast right now and I have a fresh sim ready to start customizing. I already did a little fiddling around with the shape of the face, just trying to get to something that I like, close to something that I like. I think the idea that I have for this family, it's going to be a 3-generational family, so it's going to have a grandfather, his son, and then his son's daughter. And I think the daughter or / granddaughter of this family is in the scientist career. I think her ambition is to be a scientist, but specifically to travel to 6am and make contact with like an alien. I think that's been her ambition since she was a little girl. And I think her granddad is like, I don't get it. Like, I think he's very much like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you want to do that? Why can't you help your dad just run the store? And then that brings me to his son, who is an adult sim who owns a restaurant. And I think I'm going to put the restaurant in Willow Creek just to have some additional community space in the area for the Sims to go to. I know, brave choice, a restaurant, because dine out doesn't really work. But I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if I can get it to work. I mean, worst case scenario, I might could change it into like a small business, but we'll see. Really quick, let me show you guys some of these skin details that we got. So these are some, like, Are these laugh lines? Is that what these are called? The wrinkles? um, some of these are a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little scary. I think of them, I think this one is the nicer one of the bunch, but we also should have like a body. Let's see. We should have a body detail too. I'm just now going through this in real time with you guys. I haven't looked at them yet, so I'm really excited to see what they look like. I think some of these have been used already. Okay. Wow, look. That's amazing. Oh, I love this actually. So this has like freckling on it, like dark aged spots, but like look at the folds of skin around the elbows. That's crazy. I kind of had wished though that it would have gone down. I kind of thought it would have gone down to um like I don't know, like their legs. Was that just me, or is there like another option to put? I don't know. Um, I feel like there's some detailing going here on the knees, but uh oh wait, it changes some. Okay. I didn't even think about looking at the swatches. Oh, I like this one. Alright, I think we're just gonna keep that. I love how it adds like this detailing at the neck too. That's really cool. Yeah, so this is Bruno Curley. Goodness. Um, I don't know what his traits and stuff are gonna be, but I kind of see him as being, unfortunately, I kind of see him being like the get off my lawn type. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's definitely that type of old guy, who's just grumpy and everyone gets on his nerves and he's just not happy. But it could be because he is a widow, so maybe he misses his wife. Um, and maybe, you know what? I'm just, riffing right now. Maybe he could find somebody. Maybe he could find someone off of like Cupid's Corner. I don't know. And perhaps maybe it'll make him not so grumpy. Maybe it'll make him not so grumpy and maybe he'll be a little bit happier in life. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited to have like another family to introduce into the fold that we got going on with the Hernandez and Rex. I don't know if his son would necessarily be like friends with like any of them. Perhaps we'll see. Um, I could kind of see like the daughter being friends with Corey and Rex. I mean, technically, Corey and Rex are both young adults, but I think Rex is a bit older than Corey. Um, and I would say that the daughter of this family is going to be like in the middle part of both of their ages. Does that make sense? So I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens with that. But I don't think that his son, Bruno's son, who is going to be the adult in this family as far as lifestyle ages go, I don't I don't really see him as being close knit with his neighbors. I think unfortunately like his dad, I think he's a bit of a grump as well. And yeah, I think he's also kind of fallen into the same unfortunate like grumpiness that his dad is in. So I kind of want to give him more hair than what he's working with just to be nice. But I don't know, there's not a lot of options when it comes to elder Sims, is there? I don't have that kit that has like clothing specifically designed for like older Sims. I might get it, I might not, I don't know. Uh I don't like feeling the pressure of feeling like I have to absolutely get a kit or something. Um, if I feel like I can make it work with the stuff that I've got. So I don't know, but I have seen some of the items from it and I don't think that they look bad. It's not exactly what I would have it's not exactly what I would have picked for the elder folks, but you know what? It's okay. It's still good. So I don't know. I might get it at some point, but we'll just have to see. I think I can work with what I've got. But yeah, Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. I think he's just kind of a grumposaurus. And I don't know. Hopefully, we can get him to a position where he is loving life and people love being around him. Alright, so I finished up with Bruno Curley. Let me show you guys all of his outfits in the different categories. So this is his everyday wear, his formal wear, oh, his sleepwear, athletic, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. And then to go over his preferences for his likes and dislikes, he likes gardening, handiness, fishing, cooking, complaints, arguments, hardworking sims, and soul music. He dislikes comedy, deep thoughts, pranks, and high energy sims. So we're going to go ahead and get started with creating his son. Oh, I forgot to go over his traits. One second. So his aspiration is to find his soulmate. Like I said, I do think that he is a widower, and I think he's just kind of upset and sad that, I don't know, maybe he and his wife thought that they would go out of this sim world together and meet Grim together, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So he's still kicking. And I think he's just one of those people that may need like a partner. Do you know what I mean? There are just some people that they don't like the idea of being alone, and that's not a bad thing. Um, I think for him it's very important. So he's gonna try to find himself a new boo. But he does have the traits mean, he's family oriented, and he's nosy. Um, I just feel like family oriented should be an obvious one because he's living with his son and his granddaughter. So I think family is important to him, but I think the nosy trait just comes from being an old person, and we all know how elders are, right? Like, we know. The mean, I think, again, just kind of comes from the fact that he is a widower and he's old and he probably has a lot of aches and pains in places that we don't want to know. Yep. So yeah, that's Bruno in a nutshell for you. His son, which I have called Dave. I think I'm gonna change Dave's body just a little bit because I mean he's an adult, so I don't think he's gonna I don't see him as being like one that works out either. He also spawned as or generated as like a redhead, so I kind of like it. I think I'm gonna keep the red hair. um, just because it's been a minute since I think I've made a sim with red hair, so I'm for it. And I also really like his face. I think he's quite handsome. He's quite a handsome sim. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do too much as in terms of his face, like changing his facial structure. I may add some of these new details that we got. Hmm, I know we got some freckles, but yeah, here they are. Look at these guys. These look great. These look to me almost as good as the, if not better maybe than the ones that we got with the, is it growing together? Um, yeah, these look really good. I don't know, should he have freckles? I mean, I think so. Why not? We'll give him some age around the eyes, the forehead, and then maybe some deep laugh lines too. As always, I do like to add a bit of blush to my Sims just to kind of make them look a little more alive. So I'm going to do that and then add a highlight really quick to his face. He looks really nice. I do like to do a lip stain to kind of darken the lips because IRL people's lip colors are not the same tone as their skin. That's just not how it works. So yeah, I am going to do that for him really quick. And then for his hair, I wonder what we should do. Like I said, he's going to be running a restaurant, so I can't imagine he's going to have luxurious hair. I think he's going to have, yeah, probably some sort of short cut because food and long hair are not like, should never be like a thing that goes together, like long hair that's not kempt. So I don't think he's about that life. So I think I'm gonna give him something. I like this actually. I don't think I use this hairstyle too often. So I like this, and then we're definitely gonna give him some classes because why not? Let's see. I do like these ones, but I think there's another pair. Yes, these ones. I think I'm gonna do this one instead, and we'll do it in this. I think this is like a greenish metallic color. I don't know, but I like it, so we're keeping it. I'm going to give him a little bit more muscle tone, make him a little bit more curvaceous, and I'm going to widen his shoulders and his hips. I do like a man with a little bit of a belly, so I'm fine with it. Well, I did finish dressing Dave, and I shall go over his traits and aspiration. Since he is an owner of a restaurant, I think it makes sense for him to want to be a master chef. But I think the type of restaurant that has been in his family, like his dad owned it, and then his dad's dad owned it, and so on, so forth. I think this is like American diner food. Do you understand what I mean? Like it's not like upscale fine dining, which I think Dave has been secretly trying to learn. Perhaps he does cooking classes like on the weekends or something without like telling his family. Maybe he's a little embarrassed about it, but he wants to know how to do fine dining and he wants to be a master chef. And unfortunately, the restaurant he's sort of inherited, like, it doesn't, it's like hamburgers and hot dogs, and he's wanting to have like grilled salmon and what is it, tartar? Like that's what he wants to have on the menu, but it's not it ain't like that, right? So anyway, that's what his aspiration is, which comes with the aspiration trait essence of flavor. He does have the family oriented trait, he's an overachiever, and he is a dance machine. I just kind of thought this would be an interesting trait for him to have. Maybe the three of them, like you kind of see the I don't want to say like the family the family like issues kind of get passed from one to the other, but I think he's trying to sort of break that cycle. Like I think Dave probably had a hard road growing up with his dad Bruno, who though loves him very much, like they both love each other and I think they have a decent relationship. I think there was a lot of expectations put on Dave, and I think he's tried to not do the same with his daughter. And so I think he's got a lot of hidden things that he's kept from his dad, and maybe this is the time as he's getting older and seeing his daughter is, progressing in her career and trying to do the stuff that she wants to do. Maybe he's finally going to also do the stuff he wants to do, which is exciting. I think this whole family is going to go through a metamorphosis of just breaking out of their shell. I don't know, but this is his everyday look. This is his formal wear, athletic, his sleep wear, his party wear, swim, hot weather. Again, he is a dad and he is older, so this is very much giving dad. And his cold weather wear. But yeah, a lot of green and blues in his wardrobe, I have noticed. And for his preferences, his likes and dislikes, he likes baking, he likes cooking, comedy, dancing, fishing, discussing hobbies, discussing interest, argumentative sims, hardworking sims, family motivated sims, and he likes ranch music. He does not like complaints, deep thoughts, pranks, or ambitionless sims. So that is Dave Curley in a nutshell. Yeah, I think he's so handsome. But this is his daughter, Marjorie. Marjorie, I didn't do anything yet with her look. This is just her as is, but I think I am gonna do some stuff with her look because I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I'm not. I think she could use with um a little nip tuck here and there, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna change just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little. Um but she's a pretty good looking sim, you know, for the most part, considered she was randomly generated like 5 different times. But yeah, I think she is probably going to be a bit of a nerd. I think you know what? She might be the one lady that I was saying might join the League of Void Critters. I don't know. Maybe they'll go and introduce themselves to her since you know, but to be honest, because they're having like a restaurant, like they own a restaurant that allegedly has been in the community for some time, we're just gonna pretend that they've always been living in the same neighborhood as Rex and the Hernandez, that they have been here and they've not introduced themselves yet to Rex and the Hernandez family. Because to be frank, I kind of figured that Rex and like Miranda and her family are new to the area of Willow Creek. And so I think, I don't know, perhaps like they've not had a minute to like go and make acquaintances with everybody. Just the pancakes, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna give her some freckles too, just like her dad. I'm trying to keep the features, you know, fairly original to what was generated because I do think that it usually pulls like the common features, you know, from one sim to the other, genetically speaking. But also, I'm just trying to kind of fix her face, fix her face just a little bit, just a tad, to my liking. Because there's just something a little off about it. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm trying to help her. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to do something for for this girl, okay? But yeah, I do think she's probably gonna be a bit of a little geeky girl, which is fine. We love it. Because I mean, I would assume she's extremely smart too. If she is a scientist doing like rocket science. Oh, and by the way, I did give her granddad the dislike of rocket science. So like he really don't like it. So she probably is at the dining table at night trying to go over what she's done at work today and he's like, I can't do this right now, Marjorie. I just can't. Okay, guys, I have completed Marjorie Curley. I think she is adorable. I wish that this print of this shirt came in like a different fit size. Like, I wish it was more of a snug fit rather than kind of loose at towards the end. But that's neither here nor there. I just kind of was thinking like, golly, I wish that I like the print and it fits her, but I just wish it was like in a shirt like this or something a little bit more snug on the body. But this is her. I think she's really cute. I gave her this hairstyle, which does anybody use this bun? Does anybody use it? Cause like, I don't know. I I forget that it's even in here, but honestly, it's perfect for like the line of work that she will be doing. I think it's perfect. And also just to like for her dad, as far as like where's her mother? Is she also like deceased? I think her mother and her dad are divorced. And once I kind of get a feel for this family, I may actually create her mom too and just have it to where they are in fact divorced. And she does not live in Willow Creek. She no longer lives in Willow Creek. I imagine the life of being like the wife to a restaurant owner was kind of weighing her mom down, and so her mom just kind of was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So that's going to be a story for another time. But right now we're focusing on Marjorie. So, Marjorie's aspiration is a nerd brain. She is a geek, a bookworm, and she is a bit of a slob. Her preferences for her likes and dislikes, she likes video gaming, rocket science, robotics. I would like for her to try to create a servo. That's something that I've never done before, and so I kind of want to see if she could create one. She likes deep thoughts, discussing interest, hobbies, stories. She likes cerebral sims, hardworking sims, and electronica music. She does not like cooking, baking, fishing, complaints, gossip, argumentative sims, or high energy sims. So that is Marjorie Curley. We'll take a look at her wardrobe. This is her everyday look, her formal wear, athletic wear, sleep, party wear, and her formal wear are the same. Just because I don't think that she is the type of I don't think she's a girly girl, and I think she's one that would much rather be in like, a comfortable outfit rather than something formal and yeah, restricting. So this is her swimwear, which I think is really cute, her hot weather wear, and her cold weather wear. I love this green plaid with her red hair. I think it's lovely. But a lot of greens and blue tones and purples in her wardrobe. But that's their family. And you know what? I think I might add a pet for them too, because I know at some point in this vanilla save, I will be adding a I will be adding a like a vet because I've not played with that career. So I will definitely be adding a vet at some point. Just not right now because I mean, I feel like I'm just getting started. So I am going to add a pet for them. I do see them as being like cat people, but I don't I say them, but really this is Marjorie's cat. This is Marjorie's cat. It's got nothing to do with her dad or her grandpa. Um, and coming off of like my last video that I made this week, I had made a couple of cat familiars for my spellcasters, and I am so ignorant of cat breeds. I don't know what is what. And so I apologize, but I think she would have a calico cat. I love these types of cats. I think they're quite beautiful. I kind of want one that's got some ginger in it. Yeah, this one's very cute. Let's make it a little chubby. I do know, at least I'm pretty sure, yeah, usually calico cats are female, so I don't think, I don't think a lot of them can be male. And I feel like I've heard that if they are, then they might be sterile. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cupcake, keeping it. That's a cute name. I love it. She's spoiled. I think she'd also be curious, and I think she'd be lazy. I think that's what Cupcake will be. And I do need to get her. Wait, you could change their whiskers? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we'll just keep them like they are. I don't know. We'll keep them how they generated, but I do want to get her a collar, so we'll give her this nice green collar because I think it complements her coat. But yes, this is the Curley family. So I think what we'll do is we'll head over to the Riverside Roost and start renovating. All right, so we have loaded on to the Riverside Roost lot. I think I probably should give some lot traits to this. Something that will help Marjorie out when it comes to some of her skill building. Like I think fast internet will be really good for her to have. Because it should help with the video gaming, and I think with her aspiration, she'll need to do some video gaming. What is the science layer? The secluded vibe means there's little to distract great minds from the study of logic. Oh yes, yeah, and rocket science, absolutely. Because I'm gonna make this one is probably gonna get a little bit more construction added to it than the Hernandez home did, meaning I'll probably have to add some additional rooms because she's definitely going to have like an at-home science thing going on. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I think I'm also going to add the homey lot traits so that cooking, like her dad, I'm sure is going to be doing a lot of the cooking because she doesn't like to so that it comes a little easier. This house, very awkward. I would say that like a house like this doesn't exist, but I know that they actually do. Because it just seems like such an outlandish way that a house would be built, but it is actually a pretty common style. Obviously, like in the Louisiana area, but also in like the Savannah, Georgia area. Yeah, I've seen these styles of homes before, so yeah, what I find a little eerie though is that instead of just having three long windows here, they put two doors and then two windows, and it gives the illusion that perhaps this was a split residence. Like, that's what it technically would have been, like two homes, but obviously this was way, way before for rent was even a thought in anyone's mind. So I don't know why that it kind of creeps me out a little bit. I'm not really sure why. Like I don't it's just a door, but like why is it there? And yeah, so that's gonna go. But I think I'm gonna have to extend something is gonna have to give. Maybe I'll have to extend the top floor a little bit. Like I already off rip know that I hate that. Like, in fact, I might just get rid of that. I mean, like, why is it there? Get rid of it. I might have to extend this out some in order to not just make room for Marjorie's at-home office, but just like room in general for Bruno and for Dave because like where the heck are they gonna sleep? So I may actually end up extending this a little bit more um upwards because I don't think that this house is going to be able to accommodate everything that I'm planning for it to. I wonder too if I should extend the balcony that's on this top floor. I think I probably should. Um and I kind of noticed there's something weird going on with the roof. Is that just me? That might just be me. I could just be nitpicking this, and if so, I'm sorry. But there's something that's not right with this roof. Like the eaves or something is just a little too long. Um, I guess it doesn't matter because I plan on extending this anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's gonna get fixed. It's okay. I tell myself. But yeah, I'm gonna just shrink that in a bit. Does that make sense or does that look silly? This is what I have so far. I know that this is like, what? What's going on here? Let me show you a little 360 movement so you can kind of see what the vision is. I did put some solar panels on here because I think Marjorie probably climbed up on this roof and installed these herself. So let me show you guys the floor plan. This is an awkward home, so this floor plan took a lot more brain energy that I was not prepared to expend. So this is going to be the living room space. We'll put a dining room table here, kitchen. This is going to be a full bathroom situation. I know, very brave to have a full bathroom in the kitchen, but there it is. I think this originally would have been the formal dining for this house, but Dave said to his daughter, you can convert it to your science lair. And so that's is what it's going to be, a science lair for Marjorie. Upstairs we have a pretty nice little landing with a private hallway that leads right out onto the balcony, the first floor balcony. I think this room here is going to be Marjorie's. This shall be her father's room. We have a full bath upstairs as well. This will be Grandpa Bruno's room, and he will have his own ensuite bathroom because he's old and cannot make it. So I think for the exterior part of this house, we're going to keep it cute and as base game as possible. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I had planned. I'll definitely change the foundation in just a moment, but I want to first see how this is going to look before I feel fully committed to to this process. I want to see how it's going to all fit. Um, this probably should have ended up being a chimney, but you know what? I'm gonna just keep it like that, you know? It's gonna be fine. We'll get through this together. Right now I'm just trying to find I wish that there was a better way to like look for maybe it's just me being not great at build by mode. I don't know. But I wish there was a better way sometimes to track down wallpapers. I guess in hindsight I could just, filter out the color options. Oh, don't want that. But yeah, I'm thinking that this house is going to be green. Like I feel like this is going to be a green home. Um, and most of the colors that they had in their wardrobe was green. So maybe it's green for money since they are a business owning family, or at least some of them in this household own a restaurant. Um, I don't really know, but I think I like the red brick and the green. I like the sage green in general, and I really like it in houses, and I think it's fun to have it as an exterior paint too. I think if we had a little bit more options with white items, like white build by items, where sometimes it's one or the other. It's either a dingy white color or it's like I don't know. It's like a stark white color. And so if we had some better options, I think I would have done like a sage green with maybe like a burgundy shutters and like a cream trim color, but it is what it is. We're just going to work with what we have, and that will be that. So yeah, I do think I like this so far, so I think I'm going to continue with this color pattern. I think though I'm going to get rid of these windows. They're just a little too, what's the word? They're a little too elaborate, I think, for this house. I think here's what I think happened. Okay, so just follow along for a second. I think that Dave, I said he got a divorce. I think he and his wife used to live on the more uppity part of Willow Creek. And then maybe after their divorce, he had to kind of downsize a bit, unfortunately. And yeah, I think he got this house probably at a good deal, like a while ago. So this is not something that they were used to living in. I think this is probably a downsize of what he's used to living in. Um, but you know what? It's still a pretty decent sized house. So I mean, I think that he's doing good, but I definitely think this is not the house he started in Willow Creek. I think this is something that is a it's he's relatively new to this neighborhood, but they're not new to Willow Creek. Does that make sense? You guys, this is your friendly reminder to save your game. I literally finished putting like all of the paint and the trim work down, and I put all the fences and everything, and my game crashed. So I had to re-put the paint on there. Thankfully, I do pause breaks. Like I usually record maybe in like 4 to 6 minute spurts, maybe even shorter, maybe like a minute to 2 minutes. I kid you not. Um, and so I'm always able to go back and forth to look at if the OBS caught all of my audio, if the visuals look okay, etc. Because I've said this before, but just for some of you guys who are newer to the channel that have recently subscribed, I record everything and play everything on a Steam Deck. And so while it is small and mighty, it does have its own limitations. And so recording, video as well as playing a game, even though this game isn't really, it's not, it's not a game that is hard on a computer system per se, especially something like a Steam Deck, which is kind of made to be like a small, bite-sized computer, gaming computer, where you can play quite literally video games like Hogwarts Legacy on it, and it runs, fairly okay, or even Cyberpunk, which I have both. Um, it still has its own limitations, and so this, is a completely mod-free, CC-free save, but even if I'm playing in it, it sometimes crashes just because I have all of my settings as high as possible, and so sometimes I have to revert my settings so that I can record and play and everything runs smoothly. So if you're still watching this portion, this is your friendly reminder to please save your game so that anything that could go wrong doesn't go wrong, and you can always come back to your work. So yeah, I've got the paints and the brickwork down. I am going to take off these windows because I'm not going to use them, but I do remember where just about everything is as far as the windows, doors go, on the exterior. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing those down. If though, for whatever reason, no, I was gonna say if, like, for whatever reason, if you notice something changed drastically, it's probably because I did it off camera. And I'm just saying this as a blanket statement, but I feel like y'all would probably already know that, so I don't think I need to explain that. Yeah, I think I'm really just trying to keep this particular house very base game. Um, just, I actually do like some of the base game assets. And I know that I'm not the only one, but I do enjoy using them because I do think it is a bit of a challenge, which is fun, but also like there's just something very homey about some of the base game items because I think the running joke is like really with base game, all you could kind of build is like either American suburban homes or like maybe Victorian homes, maybe even like a mid-century modern style. But I particularly like older homes just in general because I think they have a lot of character. And so, yeah, I think some of the pieces that the base game has is really nice. Um, I do wish that they would kind of give them like a refresh. Maybe they will. Maybe they will one day. I don't know. It seems like they are trying to add a little bit more stuff in terms of customization. I mean, we've seen it, here recently. But I kind of wish they would do a bit of an overhaul with some of the assets that we have that people genuinely like. And it's not that we need more of them. I think they just need to be almost not really recolored. I don't think recolor is the word, but they just need to be restructured a little bit and maybe additional swatches added. That's what I would really like to see. Um, like I would like to see some of the old pieces that we have just sort of made a little fresher, a little newer. And I think they've done this or attempted to do this with certain furniture pieces, like with what comes to mind are the countertops, like the cheaper countertops for kitchen and stuff. That actually is what comes to mind when I think about that, because they did do that, and I actually really like those swatches. So um, yeah, they did try uh, by adding, you know, just a few little things here and there. Also, I will say that this fence is like one of my favorite fences to use. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's these little night lights that are on the side and top of the fence itself, and it should, here, I'll show you. Do you see that? Isn't that nice? Base game, guys, base game. I love them. They feel very elevated, but I don't even think they're that expensive. I really don't. Um, and I have them on the next door neighbor, the Hernandez's home, and I don't know. Maybe maybe this family has the same builder. Maybe they have the same construction company that did their home, eh? Which would technically be me, but you know what I mean. Also, I noticed similar to how the Hernandez home was, and y'all let me know because I started playing The Sims in 2020. So I think a lot of things were already pretty set in stone. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm saying something and it's like that's not right, but I may not know, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I noticed that with some of these, like the little pathway stones were actually tile instead of the terrain paint. Did the terrain paint come out like at a later time? Because I'm just thinking, why would you do that? Because it adds, you know, to the house value, so it can make it kind of expensive. And if you're starting out, then, you know, you're not going to be able to afford something like that. So, and I didn't even look at what the price was of this house, actually, now that I think about it. I'll have to try to see if I can find it from some of my previous clips while doing this. But it adds unnecessary cost to the house. And I mean, I said the same thing about the Hernandez home. Like they had trees from build buy mode, and I'm just thinking, why can't you use the debug? Like, why are we doing that? Like, that's crazy. It just adds extra. And if you're wanting to start out, but you don't want to start out in a starter home, at least make it somewhat affordable for your to aspire to get there. And I just think that like having that's so unnecessary. But I don't know. I think my audio cut out a little bit, but what I was just saying is some folks do want to have their Sims start out in a nice home, so I kind of think it's crazy to have stuff that, you know, adds up to the house cost. I think it should be cheaper, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Um, I'm just now finishing the landscaping for this home, um, which I, I don't really think I'm that great at landscaping. I definitely try. I try to give it my best, and I think I like to approach this in a minimal effort way where it's not so busy, but it looks, you know, it looks nice. It looks like people live there, and I don't know. It looks homey. Is I guess that would be a good way to describe it. So I don't know. But I don't usually, even in some of my builds that I post on the gallery, I don't do a lot of landscape work. I kind of try to avoid it by just doing like cheaty things like this where I'm just essentially lining the um house with like hedgerows and bushes and plants and whatnot. Very low effort kind of stuff. So this is pretty much what I got for the landscape. Some of these daisies and like these taller little shrubs were already a part of the house, and I just kind of kept them because I knew I was going to use them. So they're still here. I did add this tree because I think what I'll end up doing too, like I said, our girl desperately wants to make contact with aliens at some point. And so I think I'm going to put a big old rocket right here in the front yard. Why not? Why not? Nobody else is probably going to even know what that is. They're going to be like, what's she doing over there? And it's going to be a rocket. So it probably would be really loud, though. I imagine that the local HOA is probably not going to like that, but maybe if they know, like, oh, her daughter, I mean, her dad is Dave Curley. Like, he owns, I don't even know what his restaurant's going to be called yet. I'm like thinking about it in my head, in the back of my head, like, what the heck am I going to call his restaurant? Like, I know it's going to be diner food for sure, but I don't know. I don't know what his restaurant's going to be called. And I do know that I am probably going to do a little cheaty cheat in terms of, I think I'm just going to, so with Dine Out, um, your library, if you have Dine Out, and you may know this, so I'm probably telling you this, and you're like, we already know, thank you. But it came with some like already pre-made it came with like pre-made restaurants for you to put down, and so I think I'm going to use those for his restaurant, and maybe just add a little flair, like my own thing to them. I don't know, um, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. Should I do brown like to match the? Because this is like a dark, like a deep dark brown wood that's right here. But I do like the red shutter look, but I'm thinking you can't really, cause like I think having the red shutters, let me show you guys. I think if I did like the red shutters on the siding with the green, it would bring out like it complements each other because red and green are complementary colors. And so I'm thinking like, would that make sense? But then, like on the brick, I don't feel like it makes sense to put them on the brick because the brick itself is red. So, um, but then again, I don't actually mind that. And I don't mind the dark wood, like, windows here. But I think in contrast to like these, it's like it doesn't make sense. You need to make it make sense to me. So I feel like when I would use white, it's just so stark compared to. That's another reason why I did these hedgerows is to cover up this really stark white foundation trim. I don't like it. I wish that you could pick this trim too to where it was a darker color or something. I don't know. But the options that are available are not the best. Let's just say that. I think for the door, I still want to keep like a relatively traditional style door. I love the HBD front door that we got with the update, but it's very modern, you know? So I don't think I want modern. I'm not looking for modern. And we do have tall, tall-ish walls, so I probably should get something to balance out these windows, right? Let me see what this one looks like. See, I love that. I really do. I just think it I just think it matches the colors better. Let me do this again. Yeah, I love that. I really do. I think I'm gonna have to go for that. And I think I might have to. I don't know. Maybe I should change the windows again. I'm probably spending way too much time on deciding this. Y'all are probably like, please. Girl, move on. Okay, so we're about to get ready to do some interior design. Yeah, this is the outside completed. I'll do a more in-depth tour, because what I like to do, or I think the rhythm of how I'm doing these videos is that I'll do like a whole build through or a semi build through with some edits so that we're not here all day, that we eventually get into gameplay. But I'll do like a short tour so that y'all can skip ahead if you don't want to see all this process. Because I know sometimes it can be like, what? But yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start decorating the interior. The saucer lamps are just here so that I can see what's going on. They are not going to be staying, I promise. I think for the interior of the house, I want to have like the dark wood trim because I don't know, it's very like 90s-ish to me, and I like it. I do like it. I wish though, honestly, I kind of wish going back to like what I said about maybe doing like updates to some of the assets that we have in build by mode. I kind of wish that this dark wood trim, we had a light wood trim option. Do you know what I mean? So like we could have the white trim or the darker wood and then like a lighter wood. I know we've got this, but even something a little bit lighter than that would be really nice. Like I'd like that. I think that would look so good. But nobody asked my opinion, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, I think that this family has a very dated look to like a lot of their, like everything down to their furniture to like I don't know, they're and I guess it's not necessarily Marjorie that's like this. I think it's more of her dad and her grandpa. So, and she doesn't care. She's like, this is just a house that I live in. Like, I don't care. Um, but you know what? Honestly, good for her. So I think her style, like when I get ready to decorate her room, is going to have a little bit more modern furniture in it compared to the rest of the house. Um, I just I think that makes sense. So I think I also went ahead and put down my little trick that I like to do to add some sort of ceiling texture is I like to put down carpet. Because sometimes I feel like I exhaust the wood, like if I put wood as a ceiling texture. Um, but yeah, I usually like to do that, and I think it adds just, I don't know, I think it makes it feel a little bit more realistic. Not to say that there aren't wood ceilings, there certainly are, but you know, it's just something different to add to your building aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I think Marjorie's bedroom is definitely going to be a little bit on the more modern side. Um, like she has like newer things in there. And so, yeah, I think this is going to be the dining section. Does this feel like a small dining area? Like I imagine it's like a breakfast nook. Should I put it like that? Yeah, maybe that way. And I also like to add like this little fence thing. I think here it is. I like to put this down too because it makes it look like it's a carpet trim. Do you know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. There's some of them like from older homes. I know like some of my kinfolk, like my grandparents and stuff, they'd have like the carpet trim that cut off like the separated the carpet from like the linoleum or hardwood or whatever. it would be that shiny gold. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like that shiny gold color, and sometimes it's kind of a cheaper material, but sometimes the nails that keep that in would come up and you'd snag your foot on it. You know what I mean? You'd walk across there. Golly. Fortunately, they don't have that problem in The Sims because it's The Sims. So, yeah, I do like having like putting that there because I feel like it's a little realistic. I'm gonna change the doors too so I don't forget. I think it should probably be this color here. Yeah, I'm liking this. I probably won't keep this room, the kitchen, this color. It probably will change, but I'm for now it's just a placeholder color. I'm gonna show you guys my progress with the kitchen really quick. Um, I don't know if any of y'all are looking for tips from me or just sort of here for entertainment purposes. But if you guys ever do the medium height walls, and I guess this could also work for the larger ones, but I'd kind of be scared to try it. I would try to stack your cabinets um, to cover up the space that's there. So for example, this tile, which I love this tile, it's from Parenthood. I like it, but I don't want to see the paint swatch that comes up above the where the tile ends. So if you just kind of add additional cabinetry, I know it kind of looks a lot, but I have seen in more stately homes where cabinets like they're very long, but they also are very like ornate as far as like how many is in up in there. And so I think this is what like I said, this is going to definitely be a dated home. So I kind of feel like this has that quality of like this is an older house. But yeah, I was just gonna say maybe try that and add some of the plants that go to um like your windows on the exterior. Try adding them. I was gonna put just normal green plants here, but I felt like it would be way too much green up in the kitchen. Um and I think adding just a pop of color actually makes this space a little bit better, in my opinion. But I wanted to share that in case, I don't know, in case you're like me and sometimes you struggle with where should I put this? Maybe that will help you. I don't know. Hopefully it does. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish up doing the kitchen space here. They definitely have, but like I said, Dave, he wants to be like a master chef. So I think it makes sense that he has, a very spacious kitchen, even if it is a little on the dated side. That doesn't matter. He comes in here and he does his thing. He creates wonderful food for his family. And yeah, he needs the space to be able to do it in, right? Like, hello. Um, Also, I love adding plants. This is kind of my go-to thing, okay? So I'll usually do a kettle or a coffee pot in a corner here like this, and I'll either grab the recipe book and a potted plant, or I'll go over to the study category, the office category, and grab some books that I like these smaller ones, plop them into this corner here, and it kind of gives the illusion that these are cookbooks in the house or in the kitchen rather. Um, Maybe not those ones. Maybe like these. Uh, and you might have to do like the BB dot move objects cheat to be able to get them positioned in the way that you want. But I do like doing this just to sort of fill space, but also not to have so much clutter in the way. Does that make sense? Because I don't actually enjoy too much of the clutter, but I still want it to appear like Sims live in this house, right? So I usually would do something like that to just kind of fill in those spaces. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue working. This actually could accommodate like seating here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll finish up the kitchen and go ahead and place the dining table in the dining area and whatnot because I just want to make sure that the Sims can route, you know what I mean? Like where they need to go. Because at least for me, I feel like sometimes if I get a little too overzealous, I guess, in decorating, it usually ends up being really bad for my Sims to try to navigate, like around the furniture. Because that's usually what will happen is I'll put way too much furniture rather than clutter items. I'll put and it's in cramped spaces and whatnot. And so, do y'all remember when I said they're gonna have a cute little small table for their 3 family member household? And it was just gonna be a cute little thing right here because, like, it's just them. They are able to literally have a whole banquet hall in their. I think my problem, just a little whatever, I don't understand proportions. I don't understand it because as I'm building, I'm literally thinking, oh, this is too small, this is too small, but I'll just make it work, I'll make it work, whatever. And then I start putting down furniture and I'm like, good golly, it's not it's too big. So, they're not going to have a little breakfast nook. They essentially have like they essentially have like a whole dining hall up in here and they can I don't even know who's going to come over and eat with them cuz like what the heck? It's a lot of Sims there it's just 3 people in here. Do you know what I mean? So, and it doesn't feel right to put a small table in here at this point because this space. So I'm just filling it up a little bit to I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start decorating the living area. Again, we're still hanging out with base game furniture because I'm just trying to make this house look dated, okay? I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that, but I'll say it 101 times. That this house is just gonna look dated. And I'm gonna try to keep everything. I say I'm gonna try to keep everything as base game looking as possible, but then again, I probably am not. I mean, similar to what I just said about like, oh, they're just gonna have like a little table, don't little dining table. That did not happen. So, um, yeah, that it'd be like that sometimes, and it's okay. We just have to keep going with the flow, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. Does this set have an actual chair that matches it? Is this the chair that's supposed to go with this set? I think so. Okay. I don't know how I feel about it. These kind of look like very elaborate dining chairs. Is that just me? Like they don't feel like I don't think I'm gonna use these. I might use one over here somewhere, but I think I'm just gonna do they have a big house. They really do have a big house, and I never see that when I'm in the midst of building, when I'm in the zone. I'm always legitimately thinking this house is too small, this house is too small. They're not going to be able to fit in here. And then I end up building an entire mansion that on the outside looks like a normal. Do you know what I mean? My proportions are just so off when it comes to building. Maybe that's why I don't do too many building stuff on here. It's because I know I'll be looking crazy. I'll be like, look at this cute little starter house. And it's like big enough to fit 16 Sims in there. Are you kidding me? Anyway, um, I don't think that this rug is doing it. I think I'll try to do like a little, maybe like a reading area in the living room. I think that would be really nice. Just to have something to kind of break up the space because it's a big living room. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what it is, what the I don't know what the breakdown is, but like I always think, no, it's not enough, and it is. So I'm just trying to make sure that they have enough space to, one, move around, of course, but two, fill it up. Like, still fill up the space so that it looks, I don't know, it doesn't feel so incomplete or something. I don't know. I hope, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know where their TV is gonna go. Like, maybe I should actually position the furniture this way instead. Like move everything to face this direction. I think that might be better, yeah. And then I could put the TV on this side of the wall instead of it being on that other side because that don't make no sense. So I'll put a TV here, if that, or I'll see in the vision. What's your feeling on like bathrooms? Not in real life. I mean, they are a necessity, but I just mean decorating them in the Sims. I don't know what it is, but it is like it's my least favorite room to decorate. It always is, it always has been. I mean, it's a bathroom, and I don't even know why, because you certainly can, especially with the sleek bathroom kit, which I do have, but that it's not relevant to this house, so I'm not going to be using it. But especially with that kit, and we have had some more like updated content for bathrooms through other like expansion packs, but there's just something about decorating bathrooms that I hate. I hate. I just don't like it. And so I just assume that everyone else probably has that same sentiment. Um, which obviously that's not a fair assumption. So, um, I kind of already done this portion. But also I've finished the downstairs, but I think to try to stay on task, I'm going to continue with the process of like decorating and whatnot so that I am, so that I'm on task, on schedule. I don't know. It's just I start getting a little antsy whenever I start getting a little antsy when I feel like I've been in doing something for too long, and I've been building for a little too long, and then before that, I'm in cast. But I do like that process. Like I enjoy the process of like actually creating the family, and then like sharing with you guys, getting them established into a home because it's real. That's what we all do that as soon as we boot up into the game, right? I mean, like, hello. Um, so I don't want to skimp on that process, but it 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 does. I wish I could make it go faster. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I wish I was at that level where I'm like, already know what I'm doing and just speed run through that and like the building part too. What I will show you guys though is I did add some little like rocket sciencey decor. What do we think? I bet the neighbors are like seriously concerned, like what is going on in that house? Like why is that stuff out there? Why is it needed? What is it for? I think I would be concerned, but purely out of like, is this going to like is this going to hurt the neighborhood? That would be my concern. Is this going to hurt the neighborhood? Is it going to cause like a disruption? Like blow anybody up or something. I don't know. 'Cause it's like rockety stuff. So anyway, I did put that down there, but the bottom floor is finished, and right now I'm just working on the top floor, everyone's bedrooms and stuff. Um, hello? Why is that like that? What is that? Y'all see this? Oh, do you know what? I wonder, is this the trim? It is. Okay, hold on. Let me try to find something different. I don't know about you guys, but I do have trouble sometimes with like my roofs and stuff in game. And also the stairs I've noticed have been like wonky. And I don't remember them being this way. I mean, they could have always been this way, and maybe I just didn't notice. I don't know. But I feel like I have a lot of clipping issues that I've been experiencing of late, and I kind of chalked it up to, well, there's, a new pack in town, so it's probably what it is. But I don't know. I would think at this point it would be resolved. So it could just be me. I don't know. But yes, this is going to be Grandpa Bruno's bedroom. I'm just going to decorate his bathroom really quick. And should he have like an actual tub situation? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of amazed though that a full tub can even fit in here. See, this is what mean. I don't understand proportions apparently, because I was fully prepared to put just a shower stall in here and like a toilet and a sink and call it a day. Like I was genuinely thinking there's no way I'll be able to fit anything else in here. Like no way. Um, but obviously that's not the case. So, um, yeah, I don't know, I guess, like really the room size until I start adding furniture in here. Like I don't know what to expect. So I'll stop harping on that, but it's just an observation I've just noticed, and I guess I'm trying to figure out, does anybody else do the same thing, or is it just me? I don't know. Basically, the downstairs bathroom is pretty much the same. I don't think I showed that bathroom that's in the kitchen, but it is the same with the exception that it's not like a full bath shower combo. It's just a shower stall. Um, and I probably could have finagled putting like a full bath in there, but I didn't want to. So I just didn't think it was necessary. It's just an extra like bathroom space in case everything is getting used at once. So I didn't think it was very necessary. Sorry. But yeah, I love this tile. This blue sort of like this goldenrod yellow and cream wall. This is really nice. There's a darker version of it as well, which is also really nice, but I like this one. Um, I don't know, there's just something kind of not Mediterranean, but I don't know, it's a vibe. I like it. I like it a lot. Um, and I do use it for a lot of my builds, because I like to do like matching tile in the bathrooms, whether it's that's like the wall and the floor. So I usually do that for both my bathrooms whenever I build them, and for my kitchen. It's just something that I do. Um, I call me boring. I don't usually mix and match because I kind of like having the sets available and like using them and stuff. I know that there's a denture class. Where's it at? Here it is. Definitely gonna use that. Wait, what's the other option? Oh my gosh, did y'all know that? I didn't know that. I never picked like the other swatch for this, but it's a retainer. Oh, that is so cute. I never pick the other swatch for this. I just do the denture set. So that is so funny that the other option is a retainer. I'm gonna put these kind of right here. I'll probably move this too, so it'll be situated here. He needs to also have a toothbrush set, cause like you, hello. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? All right, we'll keep it like that. That's fine. I'm not going to spend too much time in here because I'm already hating it. But yeah, I think for his bedroom, uh, we're going to do something relatively simple. I think for both his bedroom and Dave's bedroom, it's going to be very simple, very um like matchy matchy. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to do this house tour. Um, the Curleys are already settling into their new abode, and our girl Marjorie is already started on her rocket. I wish that they could have afforded or like unlocked the other rocket. I think this is the steampunk one, so it's a little clunky looking, and it's almost kind of there's something a little comedic cartoon like about it. So I don't really like this rocket, but perhaps she can aspire to get another one. I don't know. We'll see. They're kind of expensive to get, the kits are. So let's go ahead and just do a little quick tour moment, okay? I'm gonna go in build mode and get out of live for a second so I can adjust the lighting because it's early morning and I think it will be best if we have some afternoon ambient lighting. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a tour. Grandpa Bruno sitting on the porch, probably trying to see what everybody else is doing, not minding his own business, but everyone else's. So we come through the front door here. And this is the living space. In the midst of me building how I did this, I don't know, but I completely forgot that I gave them a cat. So I was able to put a cat tree in the living room because honestly, the space in here is just it's spacing. So there's a cat tree and a cat bed in the living room. This is what we got going on. I have a little reading nook here too. Her cat toys are available down here as well. We have the lovely dining hall. Little radio. I imagine this was probably Grandpa Bruno's from a bygone era, and he decided to bring it along with him in his stay with his son and granddaughter. This is an extra like spare bathroom down here, really nice. And then we've got the kitchen. I think actually I just decided this. I think I'm going to sorry, I'm gonna take out this cabinet and put another window here. Okay, just hear me out. Just to have some extra window like lighting because I like the natural light that comes through. I do kind of think it makes the place look a little bit more, I don't know, it just makes it a little more inviting. So we've got the kitchen situation, and then through here, this is Marjorie's lab. I have these doors here locked so that her grandparent and parent cannot come in here. This is her zone only. But yeah, so we've got the robotics machine here. I also gave her some plaques like awards and diplomas, just because she is in the scientist career, and so it makes sense that she has some sort of, certification to do what she's doing. But yeah, this is kind of her little sciencey area where she's going to be doing her experiments, and of course, I gave her a chemical and analyzer. Because why not? I mean, every single career it seems like in here requires that device. So yeah, hopefully she'll be able to make a servo. I'm really excited about that because I've never done that. There's so many things in The Sims 4, as long as I've had it, that I have just not done. I've usually been like a family game player, and even then I've not been very good at that. So I'm determined to try to play through all these, packs I got. So this first bedroom is Dave's. It's very much, I think it's cozy, but I think it also kind of reflects Dave as a person. He's got his little jukebox up here. Maybe this was something from I kind of imagine that Dave did have like a small moment before marriage and before having a child, and really before even taking the family diner on. I think he had a moment of like traveling, and I like to think that maybe he went to Tomarang, and perhaps he went to Henford on Bagley. Maybe he went to other places too that really inspired him to become a master chef. So that is his room. If we go out to the landing, this door here leads into the extra bathroom. I imagine this is a shared bathroom between Dave and his daughter. So it's got a little bit of her stuff, a little bit of his stuff. And then through here, we've got Grandpa Bruno's bedroom. It's very nice and spacious. Of course, I gave him a lazy boy with some magazines. I think probably if he's feeling too tired to go downstairs, maybe he sits up here and watches TV for a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was cute. And then we have like a little, I guess this is like a study area for him. I can't imagine that he is someone that likes to get on the computer. Like, I can't imagine he's big into technology, but I think Marjorie would have set up this computer space for him here so that he can, like, open up a Cupid Corner account, maybe start talking to some ladies. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And then of course we have his restroom in here too. Nothing too special going on, just a restroom. Then last but not least, we also have to check out Marjorie's um, quarters. She does have like a private hallway through here, which she can go out onto this balcony. Grandpa also has an out, like a exit, I'm sorry, to go out to the balcony too. And look at their view. Isn't that great? I assume that that over there is Magnolia Promenade, right? Or I assume that it would be because, it looks like it. So I don't know. Perhaps sometimes they sit here and or stand here and look across the water at beautiful Magnolia Promenade. I don't know, but yeah, so let's go check out Marjorie's room. It's right through here. Very green, her room is, but very much more modern compared to the furnishings of the rest of the house. I do have a little cat bed in here for Cupcake and a scratching post in case she wants to come up here and hang out. So again, we've got some space themed, excuse me, posters. And I thought again, maybe these were some certifications and ribbons that she got when she was in high school. We got a few clothing items for her, books and makeup, maybe some of her posters too. Like I said, she is into gaming. She has a telescope in her inventory already, but I kind of just love the aesthetic of having a telescope in a bedroom. So I just put hers in here, like made a duplicate of it and put it in here to make it seem as if she maybe watches the stars sometimes through her window. But yeah, so this is her space here. Her computer is downstairs, so this is really just an additional workspace for her. I don't think that she probably uses this workspace as much as she does the one downstairs, but it's here if she needs it. And so, yeah, that is their home. And you know what? I I like it. I like it. It took me a minute to kind of figure out the house plan, but I like it. You guys let me know what you think about it though. I will be putting this house and the Hernandez house on the gallery. Just I think I'll try to do that for any builds that I do or any reno that I do from now here on out, so that if you guys do want to use it, you can just check out my gallery page and download it for your own use. While we're still, I guess, technically in build mode, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I plopped down for Dave's diner. Actually, let me change it really quick. I'm going to just call it Curleys. Why not? So this is actually like a pre-made Maxis build that if you get dine out, it's called Hogan's Burgers or whatever. And it's blue and red, I think is the original color scheme, but it's like an outdoor diner. And so I literally just used it, changed the colors around, and added just a few details like a dumpster back in the back. And I took out some of the concrete that it had because it was just, I don't know, it was too much concrete, and I think there needed to be some sort of greenery or something to sort of break that up. So, yeah, I put it in Foundry Cove. So we're in Foundry Cove, which I assume would be like the other side of where they live. Like the the next neighborhood over is where Foundry Cove would be located. And this kind of got me thinking that maybe I should make this lot obviously is going to be commercial, but then maybe I should also make this lot commercial or like a community lot, and perhaps this lot over here some sort of community lot. I don't know. Um, and to be frank, this orientation may change to face inward, like into the street this way. I'm eager to get into gaming, so I just plopped it down and sort of decorated it to my liking. So yeah, and then I think we could choose what's on the menu, right? Yeah, we can. Um, I guess the chefs probably need a more yeah, the chefs probably need a more casual like uniform, as does the wait staff. So I'm gonna give them these ones. Oh, hello. All right, so I did figure out how to set the waiter and host and everything's uniform. So I think we are good there. Now I think we should just get like a diner menu up. I wonder what comes on. Like, what can you get? Got water, milk, OJ, coffee, cream cola, fizzy fruit drink, root beer, soda, sour punch. All right. I don't think chips and salsa would be on a diner. This is an appetizer. I don't think chips and salsa would be on here, or yeah, definitely French fries. Can I edit this? Oh my gosh. Not me showing, like, I don't play with the dine out. I have it to make restaurants, but like we all know it's broken. So I think grilled cheese would definitely be on here. Hot dog, yeah, for sure. Burgers. But like Malaysian satay, are you kidding me? At a diner? No. No, 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 no. Um, Let me edit a custom menu. Can I do that? Edit a custom menu. Okay. Um, Menu for Curleys. So yeah, we'll have water, milk, OJ, coffee. I don't think that will be on there. That looks like a mixed drink. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't look like it should be there. Definitely a cream cola because I think that's like a float. Um, hmm. Uh, Root beer float for sure, for sure. I wish that we could search these, but unfortunately we cannot. Oh, yeah, I think that's it. No, iced tea. There we go. Okay, okay. So we've got water, milk, orange juice, coffee, cream cola, a root beer float, and an iced tea. Chips and salsa has to go. I'm so, so sorry, but it does. Chips, no. Garden salad, Caesar salad. Yeah, I could kind of see that. Maybe that's something that like Dave's wife implemented before she left. She's like, we have to have like salads on the menu, Dave. Like, be for real. French fries for sure, pretzel for sure, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't think any of these other delicious looking items would be on the menu at a diner. I'm sorry, I just don't think that it would be. So I'm gonna say yes to that. And then the main course, okay. Grilled cheese, yeah. Hot dog, yep. Veggie burger, tofu, yeah. BLT for sure. Hamburger. No to the pizza. I don't think cheese pizza would be on here. Um, because that's where you would, I mean, you'd go to a pizza place for that. Like, come on. Let's see what's some other options. Yeah, ham and cheese sandwich would be on here, but I don't know. Yeah, chicken nuggets too for the kiddos. Absolutely. So we'll do chicken nuggets, ham and cheese sandwich. Um, Cottage pie, no. Fried chicken sliders, definitely. Uh, no. Let's see. Yeah, hamburger sliders for sure. Oh, and you know what? They should also have like breakfast options too at a diner. So yeah, scrambled egg whites with turkey bacon, yeah, and scrambled eggs with bacon. Okay. And was there pancakes? I think BLT's already on there, and it is. Um, hmm. This is actually kind of making me hungry. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually kind of hungry right now. What the heck? I don't see anything else. Shepherd's pie? No, I don't think so. Mm, Monte Cristo, absolutely. Definitely would be on a diner menu for sure. Okay, okay. Let me see miscellaneous grains. There we go. Pancakes. Yep, whole wheat pancakes. Absolutely. Is there just like normal waffles or no? French toast? Absolutely. Um, I guess there's not. Oh yeah, chicken and waffles. Yum. Love that. I think that's good. I don't know. I hate to not have like vegetarian options, but I mean, we'll do egg whites, egg toast, um, baked potato for sure, and I think that's good. I mean, we do have the tofu options if somebody wanted to get tofu. So I don't think I realized how much is there is to like choose. Um, I don't think any fish would be served here. I don't think I realized how many options there is to choose for this type of stuff. I mean, like I said, obviously I don't play in it. So, yeah, I think we've got all of our beverages down. We've got appetizers ready, as well as our main courses. I think we got a really good selection of stuff for folks to choose from. At least I think they'll have a. Oh, there's dessert too. Oh, Lord. Let me see what they got. Chocolate cake. Okay. I don't think so. I think this place would be like a cake and pie place, not really a cupcake place. So let me see. Y'all got pies? Fruit? Okay. Not any scones, even though scones do be sounding delicious. I don't think that they've got them here. Sorry. Let's see. Cakes, would that be under Cowplant Essence meringue? I ain't never heard of that before. Oh, definitely a lemon meringue and cheesecake. Oh, banana cream pie, definitely. Y'all, this is for real making me hungry. Carrot cake, of course. And strawberry. I think those are good selections. Oh, and coconut. I think those are good selections. There's someone here that definitely makes these cakes, from scratch. And I think this is a good like I can imagine like Miranda and her club, or I say club, but like her after hours folks probably hit up Curly's and was like, we're gonna get coffee and pie and talk about some cold cases. So that's probably what they do. But anyway, let's catch up with Marjorie and get her settled into her career. Alright, guys, we've got Marjorie at her robotic station tinkering away, and I've already got her settled into the career. She's a lab tech currently. She'll be making 24 simoleons per hour. She has 3 vacation days available, and her next shift is tomorrow. And then a couple of her tasks that she needs to do is just to have 2 breakthroughs. And it says have 2 breakthroughs. Scientific breakthroughs can happen at almost any time that the scientist is in a contemplative state. For example, while gardening, reading, or performing experiments. I don't know if robotics would technically count for this. Like, I don't think it would. Um, but we'll see. I do wonder if she did anything here on this machine. Would it would it perhaps do something? I don't know. I'm just trying to get her skill up a little bit. Already she has gotten a few skills. She has rocket science, robotics, and logic. Which, you know what? I love that for her. I truly do. Let's look at her aspiration too really quick, because I don't think I've done this aspiration either. Like I said, there's so many things that I've just not tapped into with The Sims. I feel like sometimes I fall into the same gameplay rut of just like family Sims and stuff like that. So I'm happy to be getting out of my shell when it comes to how I play. It says nerd brain. Right now, she is a prudent student. Love that for her. It says this sim wants to be both book smart and handy. And then the reward trait would be just handy. It says handy sims can instantly fix and upgrade any object, which I think that's going to be perfect given the fact she does want to build a robot and build a rocket. So a couple of her milestones that she needs to complete is finish reading 3 books and then achieve level 3 in the logic skills. So we should be able to do that just fine. And her dad, let me bring him here. Her dad, uh, he was at the restaurant. He actually I had him hire a few folks. I don't know if I'm able to view them or not on here. I don't think that I can, but what I do know is that we did hire, so if you can follow along, we hired Miranda's boss says boss's husband to be the host at this restaurant. So maybe he is retired and this is just something he does to stay busy. I don't know. And then what is Bruno doing? Bruno, what's Cupcake doing? She doesn't look like she's asleep. She looks very much awake. Maybe he woke her up. Alright, so he's in Dave's room. That's interesting. Let me check everybody's needs really quick. I think Dave is doing pretty good. Alright. The old man needs to go to the bathroom though, so you might want to go ahead and relieve yourself, buddy. And I think Marjorie's doing okay. I'm gonna have Dave go ahead and fix something to eat for everyone. Let me have him fill the bowl for little baby Cupcake. And then I'm gonna have him serve lunch because it is lunchtime. What y'all gonna have today though? Let's just do grilled cheese. Grilled cheese. He said I'm trying to experiment with a new recipe for the diner, and it's a grilled cheese. But it's not just any grilled cheese. It's grilled cheese with like special cheese in it. Okay. Yeah, you make that grilled cheese. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys too. I made some edits to the calendar. I'm going to filter it out for holidays and events. So, if you guys remember from our previous episode, Spooky Day was supposed to come up pretty fast. And, oh, also, I need to toggle it for festivals too, because we got a festival coming up. I want just San Myshuno festivals, please. Ravenwood. I don't have that pack. That's interesting. Um, okay. So, we got a couple of things coming up in the works, and yeah, there's no way that I'll be able to do it all in this video, but it's for another one, I promise. I think we could actually manage to get Corey to go to one of these talent showcases. There's supposed to be one at the Stargazer Lounge, which is in San Myshuno, and to me, I think the city, San Myshuno, is fairly close to Willow Creek. Like, I'd say it's at least an hour to an hour and a half out, right? So, I think we could manage to get him to go there. But another thing that we had coming up was Spooky Day, and I have since moved a lot of the holidays around so that I can get the most out of the seasons, but also get the most out of the households doing things. This might be boring to hear, so please feel free to skip. But I'll try to have Corey in this episode go to this talent showcase because I've never gone to one and I want to see what it's all about. And then the next episode, I'm fairly certain Arturo has won an award or he's nominated for an award for his first self published book. So we have to do that, of course. But I've since added another holiday called Art Lover Day. And I'll go over what you do. You just essentially appreciate like any sort of object, but then also you have the art and music spirit. So I thought that would be really fun. And I think on this day, I think on this day is when I'm going to have Rex and his club travel to the city to go to Geek Con. And then they'll have fun at Geek Con, come back, and it'll be spooky day. And yeah, I think they'll have like a costume party and stuff. I don't know. And then before you know it, it'll be Harvest Fest. So a lot planned for sure, but we're just focusing on these 2 days. I just thought I would share that with you guys because I know I said in the last episode I'd have Rex go to Geek Con and do like a Spooky Day party, but Spooky Day has been moved down the list of things to do on the calendar. So, yes, that's that. It looks like the welcome wagon is here, and I'm so excited because it's my favorite it couple, the pancakes. And on top of that, Arturo is here, so that's awesome. I'm gonna have Dave come say hey to Arturo. I could kind of see them being friends, honestly. Let's go ahead and invite everybody in. I wish that I had made something for them, like food wise. There's always still what? Hold on. His want is he wants to get into a relationship. Okay, I'll save it. Duly noted, duly noted. Oh, and Corey's here. Yes, actually, this is perfect because I'm gonna have Marjorie do a friendly intro to Corey to see about potentially joining their club. That's awesome that he's here. I actually didn't expect him to spawn in the welcome wagon. I kind of thought, what are you doing? What? Good grief. I kind of had him like think. I kind of thought that Corey wouldn't spawn, but I kind of thought that Rex might. So let's talk about theorize about aliens. Yes, girl, go ahead. Talk about your interest. She's probably like, there's some out there. He's like, somewhat aliens, obviously. He's like, oh yeah, like duh. I think I think I just saw. Wait, oh my gosh, y'all! I totally forgot to even to say anything about this. But okay, so if you guys recall, the random bartender guy that I had Rex and Corey kind of be friends at the bar at the karaoke bar in San Mai. I was like, oh wow, he's a cute sim. Da, 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 da. He's in He's an alien. I went to I just went to see like what he was all about, right? And um yeah, in cast, and I was like thinking, no wonder he looks like such a great sim. He's literally not from their world. He's from 6am. That's why he looks so great. Wait, what? We have a new family dynamic pop up. It says some sims just can't seem to get along with each new conversation and interaction having the potential to turn unpleasant. It's certainly looking that way between Bruno and Dave. Family members with a difficult family dynamic will be mean to each other more often, can easily become bitter with each other, and intentionally neglect social calls. Wow. Would you say that Bruno and Dave have a difficult family dynamic? I mean, I guess, because obviously they wouldn't have gotten this pop up. What's happening? Hold on, let's check out his moodlets really quick. Nosy nuisance. Yeah. Oh, from feeling watched. Oh, his dad was like being nosy. He's being intrusive, actually. Let's see what this moodlet says. It says Dave can feel the gaze of a nosy sim. Were the binoculars really necessary? No, they weren't, Dave. I'm on Team Dave. Like, what the heck? They weren't necessary. Um, oh Lord, I don't even know what to do with that. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe his dad was asking him questions about, like, the divorce. Maybe he was prying a little too much, and Dave was like, please leave me alone. Do not talk to me about that. I do not want to talk to you about that. I kind of hate that, though. Let's see what Corey says. It says Marjorie learned about what? Corey's financial status? No, I wanted to know about the club, not your finances. We already know you live with your sister, Corey. It's okay. She lives with her dad still. There's no big deal in that, okay? Congratulations. Margie was. Oh, nice. She was accepted into the League of Void Creators. Great. So she knows everybody now. This gentleman, hold on, Damien, he is not a real. He is a real person, but he's not a real sim. He's an alien sim. So I was completely blown away about that. But I said, you know what? That checks out. Marjorie is just finishing up at the robotics station. The welcome wagon has hit the road. Um, it does appear that both Marjorie and her grandfather enjoy fruitcake, and Dave does not. So, oh, wait, hold on. Dangerously tired. Oh, no, no, no. We don't want anything to happen to him. Go to bed. Go to bed, sir. He's trying to kill you. He is trying to kill you. And Arturo, you're supposed to be gone, my friend. Please. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's friendly ask him to leave, please. Like, come on. Or you know what, Dave, just go to bed. Actually, just go to bed. I'm gonna have him use the restroom and let me see what all his other needs. I think he's good with everything else. He's just tired. So I'll have him brush his teeth and head straight to bed. And then Marjorie is almost done tinkering. She does have a couple of wants that I've saved for her. One is to practice programming, and then she needs to read something, which is great because that's what she needs to do anyway to complete her aspiration. So I'm going to have her kind of prepare before like work tomorrow, sim time, by taking a shower, use the restroom, brush her teeth, and go straight to bed as well. Um, yeah. So I did actually create a club for Grandpa Bruno. It's called WC Elders Society, also known as Willow Creek Elders Society. And so who we have in it is Dennis, Kim, Gita or Gita Razoya, and then Vivian Lewis. Two of them live in Willow Creek, and Gita lives in San Myshuno, which again I just think is like a couple hours away tops. And so this is the description for his club. It says, "Welcome to the Willow Creek Elder Society, where old is the new." Period. So that is his little club. I wanted him to have something to do as a retired individual, to keep him young. Do you know what I mean? To keep him young, to keep his heart like puttering. We will find him love too. And you know what? Love could very well be in his club. Arturo, please. Can you go home? What the heck? Let's have Marjorie. Oh, she's trying to get ready for bed, but we need to tell him to leave. Like, you've got, yeah, ask to leave. He's already leaving. He's not, though. He's definitely not already leaving. He's already, like, made roots here in this chair. He's not going anywhere. What the heck? Okay, anyway, we'll have her go straight to bed. And hopefully Arturo will be gone in the morning. It's currently 5 a.m. sim time. I feel like I kind of have to whisper, but I had no idea that Marjorie finished this rocket. Like, who else would have finished it? Because it's finished. Like, I didn't notice because Arturo took forever to leave last night from our residence. I don't know why he was here. I had to get Grandpa involved. I had to wake poor Grandpa up from his rest, his beauty rest, to tell him, please get the heck out of here. Oh my gosh. He was on the computer all night and then started doing press ups in the floor, and finally he left. So thanks to Grandpa. And I don't think he made a good impression on Arturo either, which, you know what? I hate to say it, but I don't care. Like, that was so weird that he overstayed his welcome. So, anyway, I'm just having Marjorie get her some breakfast so that she's got everything she needs before she heads to work today, which is in 5 hours. I'm gonna have her make some coffee, but like, the insane amount of temptation it is to hop in this thing is crazy. But like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, because her aspiration, like her second aspiration, that unfortunately I can't actually have as an aspiration, is to find an alien life form. And she's in a club where I don't, obviously, she wouldn't know. None of them knows that Damien is an alien, but he's an alien. Like, he's from 6am. So, and I did not do that. That was all happen organically. So that's kind of funny. I mean, you know, I did have her asked to join the club, but I literally forgot that he was even an alien until I just remembered. So her dream really might come into reality pretty soon. That you know, maybe they could just talk about 6M and you know, what's going on up there, and I don't know, like what the stock market's like there or something, you know? Like, what do you talk about other than like, yeah, you're from a whole different planet. So, anyway, I'm just gonna have her fulfill her needs, like get get herself together before she has to go into work. But I so badly want to like just want to have her travel in the rocket ship. I had no idea you did that, girl, but you did that. You did that thing, and I'm so proud of you. Look at her cleaning up cat poo. You're the real one. We made it to Marjorie's first day at work. I'm so excited. And we have a pop up that says Daily Experimentation. Welcome to Future Sim Labs. You'll be quite busy conducting essential experiments. Awesome. Researching new technology and maybe even interacting with alien life. It is your job to leverage potent scientific equipment for the purposes of good. We hope. Well, welcome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited. This does feel like deja vu because it hasn't been too long since I've actually played a little bit in this particular career, but that's okay. I'm gonna have her view that really quick because I think she is very close to having a breakthrough, which is a part of her task in her job, but her workday doesn't end until 7 p.m. Oh my gosh. And so she's got a couple of things that she needs to do. It says work out on a treadmill for 30 minutes, use a microscope for research, and have her first breakthrough. Okay, so I think we should be able to do the breakthrough pretty soon. At least I hope so. Because I had her like view some of the items in her lab at home too. So hopefully she'll be able to get very close to that breakthrough. But a treadmill, like really? Uh, let's say hey to or let's do a friendly intro to our coworkers. Show ourselves friendly. Where could I find a treadmill exactly? Why do we have to be on a treadmill though? Like for real? Okay, I see. We can work out. That's fine. Okay. She's so cute. I'm so proud of her. It looks like Marjorie was able to actually get a eureka moment while working out, so I didn't know, or maybe I forgot that you can actually complete that while working out. I thought it was just like viewing things or doing like logic stuff, but whatever. We did get a new pop-up for a personality trait. It says Marjorie has been making quite a number of clumsy mistakes while exercising, cooking, or crafting lately. Embrace the change. Clumsy. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, she is clumsy. And it says Eureka. Marjorie Curley has her first breakthrough and wrote down an idea for a momentum conserver. Click on the notebook button at the top of the phone menu to learn more about it. I'm pretty sure we can just look at our notebook here. So we've got the scientist section here and the momentum conserver, which I don't know what this does. It says momentum conserver, heralded as one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs of all time. This device will keep going indefinitely once started unless it is manipulated by human hands. Too bad it doesn't actually do anything. It just spins around and around forever. Okay. Well, that seems useless. Oh, let's write something special in her notebook too. What would Marjorie say? Marjorie has the truth is out there. Yep. So we were able to complete her task of working with the telescope. It says we can ask a coworker for a crystal, practice analysis, and invent the momentum conserver. I think I actually want her to go ahead and invent this device here. We'll go ahead and stop using this. And it looks like she's literally on the cusp of having a breakthrough. I don't know how long it usually takes for that to happen, but like, oh gosh, she has to use the restroom. Okay, girl, well, just hold it. You got to make this first. Looks like the 3D printer thing is still working on her little momentum conserver, so hopefully he'll have it done pretty soon. Uh, I don't know. This is such a funny thing. I said this when I was playing as a scientist that I just think he's so cute. There's something about the machine that reminds me of like a Star Wars character. I don't know. I think he's cute though. You can actually interact with it and be on like friendly terms. So I really like that. So you can chat with robot. Oh wait, she's got to use the restroom. Please don't use the restroom on yourself, girl. Um, let's see. Oh no, someone else is going to the restroom too. But we need to go. So she had her eureka moment on the toilet. Like, what the heck, girl? She had another one, but she's on the toilet. What? Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, I'm glad. So happy for you for that whole. Okay. Anyway, let's have her ask a coworker for a crystal. Let's see, because we've already talked to the receptionist. Might as well get to know some other folks. Let's do a friendly intro to what's her name? Eleanor. To Miss Eleanor. See how she's doing, what she's getting up to. And see if she happens to have any crystals on hand. Give us some crystals. She's like, now, sure, I have some extra crystals lying around. Here you go. Oh, she got one jade. That's my name. Okay, so what should we do? Practice analysis? Should we analyze the jade? Yeah. Oh, that's a sign. I think she's in the right place. She got literally my namesake, so I think she's where she's supposed to be. All right, so we have officially reached the end of Marjorie's shift. It says end of shift. Marjorie did a fantastic job today. It won't be long before academic prestige and scientific achievements arrive. Awesome, good job, girl. It says Marjorie has been promoted. Okay, she's already been promoted to apprentice inventor. Way to go. She will now make an additional 8 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 32 simoleons per hour. She has also received the following bonus: 192 simoleons, new clothes, and journey to the stars. I guess that's some sort of print. I don't know. But in total she's earned 281 simoleons. So love to see it. She's already been promoted first day on the job. We love that for her. We're back at the Curley residence, and I put the momentum conserver in her laboratory, but I wanted to show you guys something really quick. No, Bob, we don't want to hang out. I'm so sorry. So, when I put her invention on this shelf, um, I was gonna put the stone that she got from work on here too, and look at that. It makes it seem as if these items are for sale. But when you go into build mode, okay, they don't have a small business, but her dad owns a restaurant, which is not even on this lot. When you go to build buy mode and toggle on the unit outlines, everything is set to public. So it's not even like it's, it doesn't make sense to me because this is a residential, it's not a small business. So I'm going to set this to residential, I guess the whole house. Because I had no idea that even if you don't apparently own a small business, it still somehow registers it as a small business if you have businesses and hobbies that, I just think that's kind of weird, but I also think that it's weird that it just automatically puts stuff up for sale when, again, she doesn't own a small business. None of them do. But her dad does have, her dad does have the restaurant, but still that just doesn't make sense. So I just wanted to point that out in case you've seen that happen before. You're not the only one because it literally happened to me, and I've never seen that. I've never seen it happen before, but there we go. So we're gonna just leave her to it. She's doing some tinkering. I think when we catch up with this family next time, we'll probably spend the day with her dad at the restaurant, working. But I think we're gonna head on over across the street to the Hernandez home. Oh Lord. We are back at the Hernandez family. Don't know why she looks like this, but she does, so we're just gonna roll with it. Y'all let me know if y'all's Sims do this. If you are playing without any mods or custom content, do they still do this stuff? Like, what is it? She's shiny, like she's very shiny, but I know for facts that I don't have that body gloss on any of them. So why this is happening, I don't know, but it always happens to her specifically in this household. Anyway, Arturo made dinner. He made, pan-fried tilapia. So they are sitting down enjoying their meal. Corey he was working on some of his like vlog video stuff. Let's have him grab a bite to eat too. What's some of his? Oh, he wants to tell a joke. Yeah, we could do that and become playful. I think we could do that too. Let's tell a joke to his sister. Maybe he's recounting his pop-up his pop-up comedy show, and maybe he's like, not guess who I saw at my comedy show. She's like, who? He's like, your coworker. She's like, what? Yeah. So anyway, Arturo is cleaning up everything. He also I've noticed they have a really good relationship, him and Corey, and I don't know, I love that for them. We'll do an impression. Maybe Arturo is like trying to get on the same bandwagon of his comedy. Like he's super supportive of his brother-in-law. He's like, yeah, maybe you could use this for your next comedy show. He said no. He said you don't get it. You don't get it, Arturo. Anyway, poor Arturo. I'm gonna have him put this up so that they can have it for at a different time. And I kind of want him. Well, it's already 10, but I wouldn't mind him working on his book some. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have him start. He. I forgot I started his book like after the last episode. I had played with him some off camera, and so he is in the midst of writing Randolph the Red-Nosed Rat. So I'm gonna have him try to complete that. We're gonna send Mia off to bed because it is pretty late. So she's gonna head to bed. I think Corey will also get some sleep, and we'll have Miranda. Maybe if she takes a shower, it'll reset her because I've already tried to reset her like twice, and she's still having the same issues. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then we'll have her go to sleep too. But Arturo is going to be burning the night oil, as they say, and try to finish his second children's book. Because why not? Why not? All right, so it is Saturday morning. So I think, as far as like time scheduling goes, I think I probably was a little overzealous in how I was going to get things done in this episode, but that's okay. Fortunately, we still have time for Corey to attend a talent showcase. It's just going to be in Oasis Springs, which I don't really like because of just like story immersion purposes, but that's okay. I do want him to try to go later tonight, but since it is Saturday, we're gonna spend some time with these two because she'll be out of school, and Miranda still has work that she has to go to today, or she's supposed to. Let me make sure. Yes, she does have work in 3 hours. And then Corey, does he have work today? No, he does not. So, Corey, what you need to be doing, my man, is actually recording. So, let's go ahead and have him do a funny vlog. I'm glad he's in a good mood. So, we'll have him do another. Why can't you go there? Are you stuck? Oh, the pile of clothes. I'm so sorry, buddy. Okay, let me help you out some. Maybe Arturo came in here and did his laundry for him. He was like, my man, it's like a pigsty in here. Come on. Now what? Oh my gosh. Let me. If we turn it like, oh my goodness, if we turn it this way, is this fine for you? Will this suffice? Okay, let's record funny vlog. Thank you. Okay, so he's going to be working on that, doing another probably reaction video. He's probably reacting to, I don't know, maybe he's reacting to like the music he's listening to. Maybe he's like, what's that guy's name? Is it Fontano? I see him all the time on YouTube, but I don't really watch his stuff. I'm so sorry. But maybe he's doing some funny reaction videos to some music he just listened to. Also, Arturo has the want to have another child, which for me, I would like for them to have another child, but I want it done at the right time, right? Like, I kind of wouldn't mind them having another child once, like, Corey figures out a more permanent living situation. If you guys remember, um, Corey is really only supposed to be here living with them temporarily, right? So it's not supposed to be a forever situation. Um, it's just like a moment in space. So I'm just I'm just like waiting to figure out how I'm going to do that, like how I'm going to move him along in his little life. And I think at that point is when Miranda and Arturo will have another child. I don't know how Miranda feels though about having another child. I wish in game there was something that, I mean, I guess we could probably ask her. Can we chat with her? Would that be under deep thoughts maybe? Educate on ask no. We don't want to do that. Small talk. Boast about family. Uh, talk about marriage. Yeah. We could talk to her about the marriage and be like, wait a minute, is it snowing? Oh, it's snowing. Yay. In fall? Okay. I mean, I love it. I don't hate it. That's great. Maybe he's telling her, like, hey, we've been married for like, I would say, I'd say Mia is like 8, right? Don't you think she's like 8 years old, maybe 10? So we'll just say they've been married for like 12 years. And he's like, I'm kind of ready to have another child. I mean, what do you think? We're in a good, stable situation with finances, and I'm writing books now and making some extra cha-ching. And she's probably like, a child is a big commitment. It's a big commitment, Arturo. You're asking a little too much. No, I think Miranda would probably be, yeah, she seems to be having like positive feedback. So I think that she would be open to having another baby, but just when her brother has moved out, because like the space, do you know what I mean? What's she doing? Talk about cooking? Okay. He's still recording his video and he has to go to the bathroom. Um, wait, we're gonna send her alone today because, like I said, we're just gonna spend the day with Arturo. What? Media production is terrible. Corey doesn't seem to be having a good time. Should he gain the dislike from media? No, no. I think it's just because he has to use the restroom. And okay, buddy. Okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. Look, here's a toilet. Use it. All right, Mia, girl, get out of his room. What the heck? You got your own bedroom. Let's I kind of want her to do something productive. I had planned on her and her dad like having a daddy-daughter date night, and I still want to do that. Talk about dirt. Yeah, why not? Yes, tell story about bed bugs. So I think what they'll do is just end up kind of spending the day together. Um oh yeah, we could harvest all of our, or no, we could sell all of these. That would be great. What's Corey up to? All right. We did get a new family dynamic pop-up, and that is supportive. I feel like Mia and her dad had a supportive dynamic, but perhaps they had a close one. It says some older Sims have a knack for providing reassurance and emotional support to their younger family members. The older Sim can serve as a good role model, sharing their many life experiences to help guide the younger Sim through life. Recently, it seems like Mia and Arturo have this type of relationship. When family members have a supportive family dynamic, both Sims will actively provide affection and compliments to each other. The older Sim will actively seek to console or cheer up the younger Sim. Oh, that is so sweet. And the younger Sim feels comfortable venting complaints or asking for help for a bit more. Would you say Mia and Arturo have a supportive family dynamic? Yes, I do. I definitely see, like I've said this before, I think Mia has like a internal competition in her head about trying to keep up with her mom. Like I think her mom was very it's a very type A personality, and I think that she um did just a lot of accomplishments from like her age and older. I mean, she is a detective. So I think for Mia, she wants to be like her mom in some way, but then also like she I don't know, I think she's just trying to keep up with her mom, and I don't even think her mom's aware of like this complex she's developing. But when it comes to her dad, her dad is a stay-at-home parent, right? So like he's been there. So I just think that she's a daddy's girl at heart, even though she looks up to her mom and admires her. She and her dad just have a close relationship, which I love that for them. I really do. I think I'm gonna have him work a little bit more on his book. We'll have baby Mia do some stuff towards her badge earning, like earning her badges, and then I think at around lunchtime they'll go on their little outing together. And you know what? I think we'll actually go to Curley's. We'll go to Curley's and check out some food from over there. I completely forgot that baby Mia has llama scouts on Saturday. So they may get to Curly's a little bit later in the day. And unfortunately, I think that just means that Miranda and Corey will be on their own when it comes to dinner tonight. And hopefully, I still think we'll be able to make it to do Corey's little talent show tonight because it doesn't end until 11. So I can't imagine that, but it depends too on how the restaurant wants to act. So I'm having Arturo do some cleaning right now. I mean, I guess he could probably whip something up for them to have while they're gone. Oh, it says a buttery barter. The scouts are selling cookies. Okay, of course. While out in the neighborhood, Mia happens to notice that a selling price seems to be a bit lower than she remembers. The troop is trying to raise money for new fishing poles so they don't all have to take turns anymore. What should Mia do about it? Hike the price or keep the listed price and turn on the charm? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what the notification says about it. It says, good thing Mia maintained integrity in the cookie selling tradition. Even with the lower cost, customers couldn't resist Mia's $1 million smile. Aww, and bought mountains of her delicious cookies. That's great. I wish that they really could sell cookies. Like, I wish that was a thing. I mean, that kind of gives me an idea of maybe her and her dad could set up like a really cute market stall and she could, I don't know if I could put her in her uniform. I would assume I could, and she could have a little bake sale, like, out in their front lawn. I mean, she doesn't really have any friends, though, and I kind of had thought she would have from, like, school. Can we have her, like... No. I wish that they could interact with, maybe I could make a club or something. Let's do child and teen, maybe? I don't know. This may not work because, like, she doesn't know anybody. Yeah, see, these are all teenagers. I mean, I selected teen. but it's only really because I know she'll grow into this scout thing, so I think we'll hold off on that. I know that there is a couple of other children in Willow Creek. I mean, there's Alexander Goff, there's, I think, Olivia is her name, so yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna have her leave early. Let's have her leave early, and I'll have Arturo finishing vacuuming here. What is Corey doing? Okay, he's still finishing up his video. That's okay. Oh, also, I forgot to show you guys, but she actually got a promotion in, like her Llama Scout stuff. I think she got promoted from Llama Scout to Griffin Scout. But I'll have to double check that. Video file name. What should we call this? I think the last video that I named it said like watch me eat a live worm. And let's see. Let's do Alright, so I came up with, can I survive a whole day on eating chips? Can I do it? Can I eat potato chips for a whole day? That's gonna be his video. But anyway, yeah, she was promoted from Llama Scout to Griffin Scout. So that's awesome. I'm really excited for her. Oh, also, we did get some royalty reports that I missed. Yeah, so this was his first video that he did, Watch Me Eat a Live Worm. He earned 111 simoleons, which is amazing. And then the royalty report from Arturo's book, Morton Here's a Pooh, has only gotten 3 simoleons. But you know what? With great hard work and effort, I think he's gonna make it. I really do. I mean, he's already been nominated an award, so like, oh goodness, I can't forget that either. I wonder, I keep checking the calendar, but oh my gosh, it's tomorrow. We may be able to actually go to that. I'm gonna have him stop this, and yes, I definitely think he's neat. I think he and his little baby girl are gonna go ahead and head on over to the restaurant. We made it to Curley's, and fingers crossed they're able to get a table and get their food in a reasonable time. I hope that they do. But yeah, I had mentioned earlier that the host of this place is actually married to Chief Polito, who is his wife's boss. And I kind of figured maybe this is something he does and he's retired because he is an older gentleman. So perhaps this is just something he does to keep busy. I don't know. Oh, our bills are due. Oh, 4,278. Okay, now remember, guys, too, I also plan on deducting, I think I said 650. I'll have to pull up my tally, but they have a mortgage that I've kind of just pretended that they're paying off their house since they've newly moved here. So I'll have to also deduct 650 from their bills. I had no idea their bills was going to be that expensive because honestly, I they don't, I mean, I try to have like auto lights and stuff on, so yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and order for the table. Why can't she draw on a placemat? That's crazy. All right, so I think we'll get Arturo iced tea, and then we'll get, why is this the chef's choice? Why is milk? We're gonna get her OJ, and didn't I say we'll get her OJ and him iced tea? Good gravy. Already 49 simoleons for just 2 drinks? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I think we'll get Arturo the BLT, and baby Mia, I think she'd probably want to get French toast. I'll have her get French toast. Good golly, 118 simoleons for breakfast foods that Arturo could probably have made at home. That's crazy. Can you not sit down, little girl? Like, you don't have to, like, stand all the way over there. What? Is she yelling at her? Okay. I thought she was yelling at her kid. I was about to say, honey. No. All right, she's sitting down. Can you draw on a plate? There we go. I just want her to draw on a placemat. Oh my gosh. What? I I think that was our food that she just dropped on the floor. She was literally coming out to us. Please, hurry up and get us some more. What the heck? She's helping somebody else. You've got to be joking. What? If I didn't catch it on camera, I wouldn't have believed that it would have happened, but hopefully this is ours. Okay. Is it? No, it's theirs. Oh, I think we were here before them. Are you kidding me? What? We're hungry. Get us some food. It's already 6. I had Mia talk to this little girl. I know she's not from here. Like, I know she is not from here. She is from, is it Windenburg? So, like, it's totally doesn't make sense that her family drove all the way to Willow Creek just to get some Curleys, but they did. Um, but she needs some friends. She doesn't have any, and yeah, it kind of sucks. I would love to have our food at any point. Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead and eat your dinner, girl. Same with you, Dad. Eat your BLT. Stop talking. Um, that was so concerning. Oh, he's so happy to get some food. He said, finally, somebody else cooking for me. I hear you. And she's enjoying her dinner too. I hope they're having a nice time. I think they had a really good time. And so I think I'm going to have them head back to their home and we're going to check in with Corey because I'd like to go to that talent showcase. It's already almost 8 sometime, so I do think they made pretty decent time considering. And honestly, this ran pretty smoothly. I'm kind of impressed. I wish though that they could take a photo together because like every time I try to do you see this? Like take photo with it says there's no known Sims around to photograph. What? Yes, there is. So let's take a photo of Mia. Just her. I wonder if maybe I ordered a digital, excuse me, camera. Perhaps I could take a selfie. Oh, not her being sassy. She just like her mother. She's just like her mom. We'll do a horizontal one. I like this one too. This one looks sassy. I kind of want to brighten it up a little bit. Not that much. What's this one? Dark? No, let's do the brighter one. 1, 2. I'll do a vertical one just in case. Sometimes the photos be not photoing. And let me see if, oh, I haven't written in his notebook either. Hold on. I already know what I'm going to put in Arturo's. World's best dad. Period. There we go. That's it. That's what he is. Let me order. I'm probably just spending simoleons for no reason, but I'm just gonna do it. Here. We'll just. I don't want to spend 670 simoleons on a camera, though. I thought there was one that was like 80 simoleons. Am I wrong for thinking that? Um. Oh, wait. You know what? I think we'll buy this for Mia so she can kind of keep up with her feelings and, I don't know, her thoughts. Oh, and we'll get a soccer ball too. That's something that we could do, you know. Here it is. Okay, so now that we've done that, can we please Take a photo. Take a photo with. That's crazy. All right. I'm gonna give her this gift. Maybe this was something he was like planning on giving to her. We'll do friendly gift, private journal. He's like, here, darling, maybe if you want to start writing yourself, this is where you can start in this little journal. I hope she likes it. Yes, I think she did. Awesome. Okay, well let's hit the road. Let's go back home. Time to go. Okay, so hold on. First, we're in Oasis Springs, which I would imagine would be a heck of a drive from Willow Creek, because I think Willow Creek is like in the south or whatever, and I feel like this is like Arizona-y, so I guess what is that? Like I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm showing how ignorant I am of where I even live, but I think it's like in the midpoint of America, like sort of the Midwest. But because I invited like Bob and Rex, and I also invited our new girl here, Marjorie, it pulls it as like a club gathering. And everyone showed up in their club uniforms. I mean, I love it, but like, that wasn't my intention, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and what comedy routines need to be written on the computer before they can be performed? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, good to know for next time. I've never gone to one of these, so now I know. But we can at least tell jokes, and our friends are here to support us in their Void Critter getup. And you know what? I'm here for it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Let's listen. Let's see what he's got. I kind of want his drone to do like a recording. Do you know what I mean? For his channel. Like, do you know how some like YouTubers nowadays are all having like a stand up, like a show? And so I think that's what he's doing. He's like, come see me live at the solar flare. Be there or be square. So let me have him start his drone, because no, don't we don't want you like in our spotlight. Hello, go away. Let's have him tell jokes again because he's in a playful mood. So hopefully this gentleman will read the room and leave. This isn't about him. This is about Corey. Ugh. But yeah, hopefully the drone will be able to like record us, and then we could put the recording on. I wish he wouldn't do that. I don't get the whole hitting your head with a microphone. Like, what the world? Anyway, he can upload the video tonight. And guess who's here? Penny Pizzazz is here. So I kind of want to do like a friendly intro. I think she's so cute. She's so pretty. Um, I wonder if she would be interested in like getting to know Corey. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Lord. There's like too many. Not her stealing our spotlight. There's too many famous people up in here, and I'm not really sure why. Poor Corey. I feel like this was kind of the case the last time he did a pop-up comedy show. People were like, and they're tipping her. This is Octavia. She's got money. She doesn't need any tips. We need tips. We're trying to move out of our sister's house. What the heck? So, it's kind of early in the wee hours of this sim world in Willow Creek, and everyone is asleep except for Corey. I had him actually write a comedy routine on his computer, and he's finished that. He's right now uploading a video to SimsTube, but his drone, I think, got left at the solar flare because it's nowhere to be found, like in his inventory or in the house inventory. And I kind of thought it just automatically went back with the sim. So, don't know. I don't know if he's gonna have to go back and retrieve it or what the situation is, but yeah, that's kind of throwing me off. Anyway, we've since added like a bunch of different items. For example, we renoed Mia's bedroom, which adds to the cost of the house. And then we've also added some new equipment for Corey to use. And so, like I said, I want when they pay their bills, whenever their billing cycle happens, they have to pay a quote unquote mortgage payment too. So additional funds will be subtracted from their household funds. And originally, the lot, when they moved in, was around 69,000 simoleons and some change, but it's since gone up because of the things that we've added. So I'm gonna have Arturo go ahead and pay the bills really quick. Let's see, pay bills. And what I added with the bills plus the 650 mortgage payment will be 4,928. So he'll go ahead and pay that. And then I'm also going, good golly, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe that. It's expensive. It really is. Even Sims are not exempt from they're not exempt from like inflation. So anyway, that is now hit their new household income is 5,313. So yeah, that's great. Hopefully though, some of these things that Corey is doing will start generating some funds for him so that more money will start coming into their little household. Cause like that's expensive. Let me have him, I think she's having a nightmare or something, so let me have him spray under her bed for that monster. Is that what it is? Yeah, your dad's coming. That's okay. He's tired, but he's coming. He's gonna help you. Anyway, this is the same day that the Starlight Accolades is supposed to take place. It does happen at 6 p.m. tonight. And so I'm wondering if maybe, no, I don't want to push it because I really do want to go to GeekCon with the whole crew. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to pop in over at Rex's home and we'll spend some time with him on Sunday and we'll come back to the Hernandez house and end it with them to see how Arturo does with the award ceremony, see if he wins anything. It's around 6 a.m. Sim time, and Rex on this beautiful Sunday. I say beautiful, but it's like raining. It's raining, but he's making him some pancakes, and yeah, love that for him. He's just enjoying his morning. He did go to the Solar Flare Lounge yesterday to support his friend. But yeah, so I think probably towards the afternoon we'll do a little club gathering here at his home and do some card exchanging. I think it would be a good time to purchase another Void Critter booster pack because, like, why not? I would assume that since we've had like a couple days out of this household with other households, he's probably gone to work and earned some money, so it's safe to say he has gotten paid and therefore has to get a booster pack. That's just how it goes. It looks like he got a Vesu. It looks like he got a limited edition full card, which is great. I like getting these limited edition. I said this before, but I had no idea that they made these. I thought they were all the same, but they're not. A Vesu is a wind void critter, in case you are wondering. But he already has an Evasu card. So, yeah, I don't know, I love Rex. I think it's because he was the first sim that I made for this Let's Play. He's just very he's so adorable. I love him. Buddy, finish cooking. The heck? What's wrong? You can't cook? Oh, is it because of your table? Is this blocking somehow? Like, I don't think pancakes go in the oven though, my friend. I don't think they do, but where else am I gonna put? Okay, we'll do that here. Surely you should be able to finish using pancakes. I did sell his table because it was kind of throwing me off having like a whole card table in the house. He has work. Okay, well we'll send him by himself. I'm not doing the work today. Um, it was throwing me off that there's like two tables like right beside each other. And to be honest, because he's a bachelor, I would venture to say he probably sits and eats at this table as well as game on it. I mean, come on, let's be for real. I genuinely love their little neighborhood. I really do. It feels very cozy, and especially in the fall. I'm so glad it's the fall weather. Um, I don't know. It feels really cozy. I had him go for a mindful walk after he had breakfast because it just seemed like something he would do. And instead of going into the clinic today, he took a vacation day, so he's off today. Um, it would kind of be nice if he could knock some of this off from his milestone. Oh Lord. All right. Um, I may have him go to the park for a little bit, let him enjoy his day off, and then later towards lunch, we'll have him get like a pizza and stuff so that he can hang out with his friends for a little bit and do like the void critter stuff. I think that would be really fun. Oh, wait, maybe we could take Dr. Gamble. Well, she probably is technically at work, so she's probably not going to want to go. But let's just try it. Let's just try it. Um, I kind of am itching for him to be in a relationship. Like, I don't know. He is a single sim, and I kind of see him being like married and like having a family. But it's been a slow roll trying to find Miss Right for him. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think I am a little picky. Carissa Gamble, his boss, was not someone that I thought he would even. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. As if he got into a relationship, who would it even be with? I think the whole thing with Judith Ward really threw me for a loop, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I don't know. I think I kind of thought maybe it would work out, but probably not. Oh, Arturo's here. Maybe we could do like a look, like compliment her appearance. Like you look so. Oh my gosh, this is annoying me. She looks terrible. Like I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, I'm gonna have them play a game of chess together. I think that would be really nice. And yeah, maybe he's just like saying like, "Hey, you look beautiful," respectfully. Um, hopefully she'll come over here and play. I imagine they're both very smart. And you know what? I don't think Judith is on Rex's level. Rex is way too good for Judith Ward. Are you kidding me? It looks like they're both getting along pretty well, and it's raining, and they don't seem too bothered. They did get like best friend status. It says Carissa just became good friends with Rex. I'm sorry, good friends, not best friends. There is a difference. Um, I I wonder if we've got. See, we don't know if we're compatible with her or not. I guess it's because we don't know her other traits. Let's try to get to know Carissa a little bit better. Let's do friendly interaction, small talk, get to know, and then we'll also discuss work with her. She's romantically reserved. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what, girl? We can work with that. Picky is sometimes good, okay? Picky is sometimes good. Let's share his personality quirks with her. She didn't ask, but maybe he just wants to tell her. Like, I'm a quirky guy. What can I say? Alright, so pretty much the gang is all here. Bob's not here though. Wait, is that him? Yeah, there he is, man of the hour. He has come forth. I did get pizza for everybody if they want it. It's kebab pizza. I just thought that would be a really fun choice. But anyway, they're here. They're playing their cards. I love it, but they're not dressed in their uniforms, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why. They're not in their void critter garb. Like, what's the deal? We got some nice, easy listening tunes going on in the background, which I think will be great to set the fun mood. Arturo. No, what is this? Who else is here? Somebody behind him? Dave. The welcome wagon. Do y'all remember we never got the welcome wagon? I guess y'all can come on in. Come on in. We got some food. Um, do y'all realize that he's been in this neighborhood for probably a little over a week, and the welcome wagon just decided to welcome us? That's crazy. Anyway, I kind of want to see what Damien's got going on. I may give him like a very light makeover. I mean, there's not really much to like make over with him because he's probably one of the first Sims that I've ever seen generate to look like really good. And he said, "Who, me?" I might change his hairstyle because I'm not overly fond of that. I think that came with the latest expansion pack, businesses and hobbies. Um, so I might update that. And I think some of his outfits are kind of ill put together. There's a lot of Sims up in here. But you know what? I really love the fact that they're all pretty much my Sims. I love that. Aside from Damien and Bob. So I do like that. I think it's cute. Let's let's call everyone to mill. Heck, why not? Why not? I think we have enough literally for everyone to get a slice. So, and if we don't, we'll order more. That's okay. Go ahead and call everyone to mill. Um, we can't overstay because Arturo does have a special event to go to later tonight. And yeah, maybe Arturo's inviting Rex. Maybe he's like, hey, I got nominated for an award, so if you happen to want to stop by, show some support. I can't imagine that Rex would be interested in going to that kind of thing. I'm so sorry. I just don't see him doing that type of stuff. Um, we'll also do a friendly introduction to Grandpa Bruno. Yeah, there's plenty of pizza for everybody. Oh, I love this. I really do. Everyone's just hanging out, shooting the breeze on this beautiful fall rainy day. Y'all, before we cut over back to the Hernandez, tell me right now, why in the world did our lad I'm gonna have him nap. He got I'm a little baffled. He got an attraction change to Marjorie. It says Rex has learned more about Marjorie and is now attracted to her. He has learned that she's a slob, she's clumsy, she's a bookworm, and a geek. And she has logic skill. Look at the sentiment that he has with her. You make my day so much better. Thanks for making me smile. What? What? You just now got to know her and you're like, I didn't do anything with this. This is just happening. Wow. Okay. Duly noted. I don't know how she would feel about him. I don't even know. I don't even know if I don't know. Um I didn't really see her getting into any sort of relationships if I'm being honest. That's interesting. He's never gotten that for his boss. So, I mean, I just wanted to share that. Okay, guys, the moment has arrived. We're going to the Starlight Accolades. I think I've done this one time. We'll definitely bring Miranda and Mia for support. I think Corey's probably going to still be at Rex's house finishing up games for the club. I don't think that this would necessarily be something that he would even be interested in going in, but I think he's going to support his brother-in-law in spirit. I hate the fact that she is somehow glitched. If you guys have seen this before, please let me know how I can fix it. It's gotta go. I mean, the place does seem pretty poppin'. I took off the celebrity doors so that anybody could come in here because I assumed that this is where he would get his award, right? I did get a notification too about something. Hold on. It says for the outstanding fashion achievement for wearing really tight pants that look real good and not constricting at all, but we all hope you can still breathe. Megumi Ito won Starlight Accolade. Okay. I assume this is where he would get the award for his book. So I can only hope that my assumption is correct. Could be wrong, but anyway, we're going to sit here and see if he wins anything. Um and wish him the best of luck. Y'all, he won. He won. Ah, he won. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for him. He won a Starlight Accolade. That's incredible. Let's read what it says. Oh, what is he doing? Look, he's thanking his wifey from the audience. He said, "I want to thank my shiny wife, Miranda, who has just been such a huge support in this. If she didn't work and let me stay at home to be able to write, then this would have never even transpired." So it says, for such riveting writing and storytelling, Arturo Hernandez won the Starlight Accolade for Best Book. If he accepts the award, you can find it in the Sims household inventory. That's amazing. I'm so proud of him, and everybody gets to share this achievement with him too. Where's she going? Oh, she might be cheering. No, she's talking to him from the audience. Oh, look, we got a new personality trait, and this is so befitting because he is socially awkward, and so I imagine this sort of thing is just outside of his wheelhouse of just being able to do. So it says Arturo has been feeling really confident and self-assured lately. Arturo is ready to go out and tackle anything. Embrace the change. Self-assured. Yes, definitely. He definitely is self-assured. Good for you, buddy. I'm so happy. I mean, like, it was a poor quality book, so how that happened, you know what? He probably was on SimTalk. I'm sorry, that's probably gonna rub somebody the wrong way, but if you know, you know. I don't even have TikTok, and I know book selections over there be a little wild, okay? I think we're gonna call it a video. This was a pretty long one. I'm so excited for Arturo. Well deserved. Well deserved. Yeah, so if you enjoy this series, please consider sticking around, subscribing, maybe even liking, because there'll be plenty more from here on out, I think, because I've really been enjoying just this series and just, letting things go with the flow. I will be having a new Let's Play coming out probably towards the end of August, maybe the first part of September. It will be a Realm of Magic LP, so stay tuned for that too if you're interested in seeing some additional stories being played out on this channel. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.